Hello everyone and welcome to Directorist. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up Directorist. This is a quick setup guide to help you understand the basics of the plugin. So let's begin the tour. First, we need to install the plugin. To install the plugin, navigate to WordPress admin dashboard, plugins, add new, and search for Directorist in the search box. Click on Install Now and activate the plugin. Once you activate the plugin, you will see a setup wizard. Click on Let's Go, and in step 1, you need to select the pages you want to install. In step 2, you need to select the map. By default, OpenStreetMap is selected, which is free to use and doesn't require any API key. You can also select the Google map, but that requires an API key. So for now, I'll be continuing with the OpenStreetMap, but you can change to Google anytime from the map settings. You can also enable the monetization feature to charge your users for featuring their listings. Click Continue, and in step 3, you can import dummy data for a quick start. Click Continue and wait until the directory is ready. After completing the wizard, you can visit the dashboard or start creating your first listing. Let's visit the home page. As you can see, the home page doesn't look quite right, and that is because we haven't set the home page as well as the menu. To set up the home page, navigate to Settings, Reading, and click on a static page. Select your desired home page and click Save Changes. To create the menu, go to Appearance, Menus, and give your menu a name and select Primary Menu. Select the pages you want to display as menu items. And click Save Menu. Now the home page looks much better. Let's create a location and a category so your users can select category and location from a predefined list. To create a location and category, navigate to Directory Listings, Locations, or Categories. Both categories and locations share the same process, so follow along and create a location and a category like I do. You can also create a subcategory. Just type a name and select the parent category. You can create as many subcategories as you want. You now know how to create categories, locations, and tags. Now we're going to start using the directory builder. As you can see, there are 5 sections. In this section, you can set the default listing status, like what happens when a user submits a listing, what happens when you edit a listing. You can also set the expiration days of listings. To configure the Add Listing form fields, navigate to Directory Listings, Directory Builder, and Add Listing Form. There are 2 tabs, Form Fields and Settings. In this form fields section, you can drag and drop any available fields from the preset and custom fields to the active fields section. The active fields section is the final add listing form. So all the changes you make here will reflect on the add listing form. On the right, you can see 2 different field sections, preset fields and custom fields. Preset fields are the basic predefined fields that are available by default. For example, title, description, listing type, excerpt, etc. Group or section labels are the names of the groups which consists of certain fields. It can be edited by clicking on the pen icon next to the title. To add a new section, scroll to the bottom and you'll see Add New Section. Click on it and a new section will be created. Drag any field and drop it to your desired section. If you want to change the order of the sections, then click on Enable Section Dragging. To configure a field, click on the arrow down icon. Clicking on it will reveal the field settings. Each field has its respective set of options, but there are a few common options like required. Set the required option of a field to yes to make the field required for every user before submitting a listing. You can also see only for admin use option. You can hide a form field by setting the only for admin use option to yes. There are some field specific options like multi-selection. Select multi-selection to allow users to select more than one location for a listing. The same option is available for category and tag as well. Enable the option Allow New to allow users to create a new location while adding a listing. Let's talk about the custom fields. There are 11 different types of custom fields to choose from. For example, text, number, checkbox, select, radio, etc. You can easily drag and drop these fields into the active fields section. I'll be demonstrating the select field for your understanding. Just like every other field, clicking on the arrow down button will reveal the field settings. There are some common options in all the custom field types. They are editable, so you can change them according to your requirements. First, edit the label. Then, add an option. Make sure to give your option a value and a label. You can add as many options as you want. If you want to use a field for a specific category of listing, then assign it to a category. You can select a category and assign it to a field. So the field will display only when someone selects the assigned category. If you want to use the custom field for all kinds of listing, just assign it to form to always show the field. Whenever you add a new custom field, do not forget to add the field on the single listing page layout, contents, active fields. Else the single listing page will not display the custom field contents once the user submits the add listing form. So make sure you add the custom field to your single listing page layout. The second tab within the add listing form allows you to configure the terms and conditions, privacy policy, submission settings, and the guest listing submission. Guest listing submission is a feature that lets your website visitor submit a listing without creating an account. So when guest listing submission is enabled and any visitor goes to the add listing page, the add listing form will appear with an additional email field. This email will be used to create an account for the user. After submitting the listing, the visitor can change the password from the dashboard. This option might not be present in the first place. To enable this option, navigate to WordPress admin dashboard Directory listings, settings, general, guest listing submission. Directory Builder also lets you customize the single listing page layout. The settings are located in Directory Builder, Single Page Layout. We have divided the single listing page into 3 sections: listing header, contents, and other settings. Listing header is the image area. Before we start building the layout, let's get introduced to the settings icon and their attributes. The settings icon. Click on the following icon to configure the element, like changing the label, enable or disable element feature, etc. Tools icon. Use this icon to change the position of the elements. Trash icon. Trash icon trashes an element. Plus icon. Click on it to add a new item. In the Contents tab, you can customize the single listing layout by reordering the sections. You can also add, remove, modify section fields very easily. The fields that you created in the Add Listing Form section appear here. Just like the Add Listing Form, group or section labels are the names of the groups which consists of certain fields. It can be edited by clicking on the pen icon right next to the group name. To add a new section, scroll to the bottom and you'll see Add Section. If you want to change the order of the sections, then click on Enable Section Dragging. To configure a field just like the Add Listing Form fields, click on the arrow down icon. You'll see a new Custom Content field in the Other Fields section. This field lets you add custom shortcode or HTML code within the single listing contents. You can also add any third-party plugin shortcodes or a custom HTML code like a button or a static image, etc. Let me show you how you can add custom HTML. After configuring a page, you must click on Update. In the Other Settings tab, you can configure the Similar Listings settings. Select the logic for the Similar Listings area. Enable the Listing from Same Author option to display the listings from the same author. You can also set the number of listings and columns you want to display on the Similar Listings section. You'll see a new Custom Single Listing Page section. This setting allows you to use your own single listing page instead of the default one. Just enable the option and click on Generate Shortcodes. These shortcodes are the single listing sections. Click on the Copy button and create a new page. You can select any column variations and paste the shortcodes. You can also add other elements to your single listings page. After configuring the page, go back to the Builder settings, click Update, and reload the page. Select the page that you just created as your single listing page and hit Update to have your own single listing page layout. Using the Directory Builder, you can customize the listings card layout to give your All Listings page a personalized look. There are two card styles in Directorist: All Listing Grid Layout and All Listing List Layout. You must configure both styles to have your desired look for both the views. Here is a view of both the styles. This is the grid style and this is the list. To add a new element, click on the plus icon and select the element you want to add. Click on the settings icon to configure the element, like changing the label, enable or disable element feature, etc. Use the tools icon to change the position of the element. Trash icon trashes or removes an element. Click on the avatar settings to set the position of the avatar. If you do not want to display the All Listing Card preview image, then just select Without Preview Image from the drop-down. The custom fields that you created on the Add Listing form will appear in this area. Do not forget to click on the Update button. Let's move on to the next section, the search page. You can see two sections, Basic and the Advanced. These are the basic fields, and when you click on More Filters, advanced fields are displayed. The fields that we created in the Add Listing Forms section appear here. Just drag the fields that you want to display from the Preset and Other Fields section and drop it to the Active Fields section. To configure a field, you need to click on the arrow down icon next to the field name. Clicking on it will reveal the field settings. For example, to change the radius search unit from miles to kilometers, click on the arrow down icon next to the field name and select kilometers. Click on Update. And now we have kilometers as our radius search unit. So that's how you build directory forms and layouts. The other essential settings are located in Directory Listings Settings. These settings lets you customize your directory even further. You can configure the general settings here. You can also customize the All Listings page here, like the header, sort by and view as button, default view of the All Listing page, number of columns, image size, listings per page, and etc. Location and category settings lets you configure the default view, number of columns, ordering and sorting, etc. To configure the map, click on the map settings. Search related settings are located here. You can change the title, filters button text. You can also configure the registration and login form followed by email templates. Featured listing settings are located in the Monetization tab. To configure the gateways, click on the Gateway settings. When you install a Directorist extension, extensions will be listed here. To send a message to your listing owners as an admin, go to Tools, Announcement. You can send a message to all user or a specific listing owner. You can also find listings import and export option here. Directorist SEO settings can be found in the Advanced section. That's all you need to know to get started with the Directorist core plugin. So go ahead, start adding listings, and if you need any help or run into any issues, feel free to reach our support. We'll be happy to help you. Subscribe to our channel for more Directorist videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.